That's the game. Start.
That's the game.
That little song.
That was good.
There's like a little jingle, then it starts. We're playing Vampire Survivor. This is a game my girlfriend recommended.
Yep, and it's very
It is really fun. I wasn't expecting it to be... Well, actually, that's kind of up to say. Like, kind of throw my girlfriend in the bus, but I wasn't sure what to expect, because it kind of looks like a...
Wait, say that again? Expect. Say that.
What did I say?
Corey, you said expect, but say expect.
I wasn't expecting... But anyways, I wasn't expecting it to be
so good.
So good, but it's really addicting.
Well, check this out. Right? We're gonna start. You're gonna go, what?
They're gonna be like, this is lame.
Yes,
I'm leaving a scathing review.
You guys sound so whipped right now. Some broad tells you to play a fucking game, and all this stuff.
This game is $2.
You like
this game is $2.
Well, this game is $2, right? I was like, this can't be good, and then I saw this, and I saw this right here. And I was like, okay, this is gonna suck. And look, all you can do is move left and right, up and down, and it auto attacks. And I was like, I hate these. These suck. But then, okay, you get hit by a bat. Well, what do you think?
You get your first gem.
You get your gem. You're like, wait a second.
Suddenly you're like, all the endorphins are going off in your head.
Wait a minute.
Just get ready.
Oh!
Yeah.
See?
And then get the laurel, because you want the shield.
I want the laurel.
But you do want the book. You do want the King's Bible.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is literally the game, and I know it doesn't look like much, but just wait.
Just you wait, Lyle. I can see you're already like,
Lyle's
scratching your chin.
over here.
I'm not impressed so far.
Lyle's falling asleep.
That's how I was. I was like, this looks boring.
No, once it starts picking up, it will. You will be overwhelmed in about 2 minutes, literally.
Fuck. Okay, here we go. Lyle, just quit.
I could see this having like a Risk of Rain type appeal. If,
exactly.
That's what it is, yeah. Once you start getting cool power-ups and leveling up again. So, I think this game is made in Game Maker, because all these enemies look like free assets from Game... Ooh, get PG on.
I like the bird.
Pidgeotto. All these things are like directly from Game Maker. It feels like, at least. This looks like a Game Maker game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes!
Like when you walk around the overworld and these are the things you fight in your turn-based little adventure with your little characters. Steam has a huge problem with really mediocre fucking Game Maker games.
Once they started letting like any game get on there...
Yeah, there was no damage control.
That was a bad idea.
You know, this is funny. There is a discovery queue on Steam. And one day I decided I'm gonna go through to the discovery queue, so I decided to do it. I'm at like 10,000 games I've looked over to my discovery queue. I used to be able to see the titles in my queue. I can't even see it anymore. It's like, now I have so many queues, my fucking browser crashes sometimes. Or my thing crashes.
There was a week, like...
Firewall.
Maybe about a month ago, where everyone was being recommended a game called Nazi Furry.
Oh, that game.
I saw that.
Yeah, everyone did. It got recommended to everybody.
Wow.
I was like, what the hell? Why am I being recommended Nazi Furry? And
it's because you date Hitler.
Could have been my evil search history, but then Monica got recommended Nazi Furry.
She doesn't like furries or Nazis.
First of all, I got recommended Nazi furries 3 times in the discovery queue, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I went on fucking Twitter, and like 3 people were like, what? Why am I being recommended Nazi furry? And I was like, oh, so this is like a epidemic.
Yeah, this is started. It's not going away. By the way, I have played Nazi Furry. It's not that great. It's kind of a bland point-and-click game with really mediocre fuck scenes, and honestly, I would not recommend it.
Nazi worth your time?
Yeah, it's definitely not worth your time.
It's not worth seeing?
I honestly think Nazi Furry is kind of mediocre, but you should probably check out Furry Party. That one's pretty good.
I've never heard of that one, Corey. Why don't you delve into it?
Okay, so it's literally what it is. It's just a bunch of furries sitting around and you fuck them. Actually, funny enough, when you go through Discovery Queue, the most common game you see if you have adult games open are these like nasty, like gnarled 3D picture games where it's just like single pictures that move like as if you're watching a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
And these fucking games have clouded the goddamn Steam Workshop. Like if you look at the game, it's literally like My Naughty Nurse fucking 3, and it's the same goddamn game as My Naughty Nurse 2. It's just a different fucking nurse and tits.
It's the same thing.
But the faces are like, I don't need what do you call it? Like ray trace? I don't need ray tracing on a fucking picture if there's like no gameplay to begin with, and I don't care about like generic 3D stuff that you like. It's the kind of 3D stuff you would see if you go to a porn site, where if you click it, you think you would get like a malware on your computer.
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of 3D.
It's like this Naruto game will make you come for 8
exactly.
weeks. Yeah.
And that has plagued the Steam workplace, and there are a lot of games like that, and it's because Steam hasn't, like, now they don't have green light, they can't, like, stop these maniacs from fucking, like, uploading just trash.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably just become, like, content farm shit, the same way those, like, Johnny Yes Papa videos.
If you're a company like Steam, can you not hire a few people to just sift through, like, sit down and just sift through it? Huh?
Time clock.
Time clock? Oh, wow. Ooh.
Have you been paying attention, Lyle?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Isn't this the best game ever?
It's a game.
Come on, Lyle.
It's a game.
Once you play it, you'll be like, wait a minute.
I'm not angry at it.
Your little brain will be like,
yeah. Once you get into it, you will have heart palpitations because you will be so terrified. You will see these tiny little pixels coming at you, and your life will flash before your eyes.
This is everything I like about a game right here.
This is what games were built for. This is all men think about.
And you don't have to. It's such a nice game. You don't have to do anything. You just WASD and that's it.
Editor, can you take the fucking meme of like the woman looking over at the guy? He's like, I bet he's thinking of fucking another woman, and then have the guy just have like footage of the gameplay in here.
Yeah. Are those plants closing? Oh, that's not like the level border. Those are enemies.
Yeah, no, they're bad. They're evil, but then they go away for a sec.
I always love how the sprites, they can't move their hands because they're forever stuck T-posing.
Yeah.
But they just sort of like undulate. That's the word.
Ooh.
Okay, word of the day. You don't gotta rub it in, all right?
Corey, you've never said a big word like that. How did you learn that?
If I do say a big word, it's usually choreographed, where I say the wrong version of it. That's very common. I can't help it.
Like.
You should give me an example. I don't know.
Like your word for develop is uppy.
Uppy?
Yeah.
No, it would still be develop, but it would probably be like divulge. I'd be saying like I gotta divulge into a new game.
That's true. You would do that.
When I meant to say develop.
Corey, I feel like if we just pushed you a little bit and got you a little bit smarter, you'd just be like a boring, intelligent guy with like reasonable opinions.
Push me? Reasonable? You don't think my opinions are reasonable?
I do. But I think they're just stupid enough to be funny.
I bitch about the most like I bitch about the stuff that nobody would even think about caring about.
The thing that fucks with me though is you're usually right though.
Yeah, I tend to always be right. It's a curse, honestly.
Corey's smart, but the way he says things is very
dumb.
stupid.
That's gonna be carved into my epitaph. Corey's stupid, but he says dumb. What he said was dumb.
What did you say earlier? Oh
what
shit!
What did I say earlier?
You said something crazy. I forget what it was.
I can't even think for myself. Was it like super sexist? Wait, go back and get the treasure thing.
Uh-oh. You were referencing like Forrest Gump or something. I forget.
Oh, Forrest Gump. I was like saying it like Forrest Gump had like he had like a Tourette's where he had to say like life is like a big dick. Like a big dick. Life is a big
fat dick.
Yeah, I kept saying that over and over as if he was like screaming on the parch bench.
I liked it.
It didn't make sense in any context. Why? First of all, the people would leave. They wouldn't sit next to Forrest Gump if he kept on like.
It would just completely kind of ruin the tone of the movie.
That's exactly what you fucking said.
It would.
First of all, it'd make the movie 20 times more funnier, but it would be over in 5 minutes.
True, because everyone would just stand up and walk away. Like when we were at the Assai place today, and there was this like schizo outside.
Oh, scary.
He was sitting down, and he kept going like he had headphones on, plugged into the wall. He was stealing their electricity. But then he was singing along to like a rap, and he was going like.
I thought he was, but then it sounded like he was screaming.
He was screaming. He was doing exactly that. He was going, and then we walked out past him, and he went, "Hey, how's it going?" It was so fucking stupid.
It's like, what does he expect us to turn around and be like, oh, us? Oh, we're doing great. Thank you. How are you doing?
Max help.
I went to a Mexican restaurant with Tomar a little while ago. And
Tomar? He's not Mexican.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get him in some trouble.
Race.
And this fucking, like, weird person screaming in, like, a fucking, like a hospital gown walked by us. and we were like, were we just like side characters in like a fucking like, you know, where it's just like we just craned our necks and just like looked at like, what was that? You know, like like the villain is escaping kind of. Yeah, it was literally a hospital gown.
To be honest, today when we were going to get Starbucks, I thought I saw some dude who was in like the same garb from 28 Days Later, because he was wearing like a long sleeve white shirt, but it had a bunch of words on it, which was like, I don't know, religious doctrines.
You know what? It was like very. If you're talking about the Starbucks you guys usually go to, like the one by the IHOP.
Yes.
The Mexican restaurant was literally right there next
to it. So
maybe
it's his daily haunt.
Yeah, he might roam those grounds. Yeah.
Because he looked like he was in it. It might have just been like the latest fashion. I don't know. I'm not really up on it.
But then on the very same day, we were driving back. And we saw like a woman with like big elephant legs, like walking in the middle of the street.
What?
Like
she had a deformity?
Yes, but she was walking like
she had
down
2 club feet.
And I'm talking like big like major street. She was just walking like dead center down the middle of it. So I don't know if like
she was like an elephant on like the Great African Plains.
In the middle of the road?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if there was like a fucking break at the mental ward that day or something, but it was
probably.
Like it was within the same hour we saw both those things.
A bunch of people probably got let out of prison that day. That's probably what happened.
Do they just do that? Okay, we're full. We gotta
literally. Yes, they just like release people when it gets too full.
Get out of prison for good behavior.
Whoa!
That's probably what they do.
Fuck.
If you're a good little prison boy, you get out early.
So basically, you can do whatever you like.
As long as you say sorry a lot afterwards.
Just apologize.
There's a giant mantis. Yes! Yummy.
So here's the thing. Chris is level 15, and he's got to kill enemies, and that's where we are right now.
Impressed.
And this is the whole game. Like, right now, Chris isn't really attacking. He's just walking, and the auto-attacking is happening.
I like it, though. Woo. Whip or damage?
Whip. You want to have a lot of whip.
Okay.
Because, like, if your whip is low, you're not going to be able to survive the dreaded boss fight.
I really want, there's this one item, that, it's like an orb, you pick it up and it sucks all the coins in the game into you. It's so cool.
It sets off all fucking alarm bells in your head.
Is this one of those games where it just lets you get really broken?
Yes.
It can, yeah.
But the game is really hard, so it's like cool.
It balances itself out. It's not like, you know, another game that's really interesting is Noida. I didn't really know about that.
Oh yeah, showed him.
And Chris showed me it, and Chris made some fucking insane broken runs. Like, Chris made a run where he had magic that created water so he could flood the entire place, and then he also turned into electricity so he could fucking murder and maim everybody and just melt face. But the only problem was Chris couldn't swim, so he was stuck in his own hell where he drowned but killed everything. Yeah. And another time, like, you had like this, you could basically had an indefinite thing. The thing about Noida is it's kind of it's kind of like Terraria mixed with like a really robust roguelike. It's really good.
Yeah, we played it a lot on the channel.
It's fucking awesome.
I love it.
I never knew about it.
If interested in what Noida is, we have a lot of videos.
Yeah, so check it out.
But I was really bad in all those videos. I got way better.
Yeah, he's really good. It'll just be fun to watch.
We'll get a new thumbnail where you're really good at it then. Okay. And we'll do a new series where you're good at it.
Yeah, you gotta make Chris look his best. Professional gamer where he's like all on the keyboard and stuff.
Jesus, man, this is getting actually scary.
This is scary.
I need a fucking health upgrade.
Once the undead army shows up, you know time's running out.
Yeah.
The health upgrade isn't as good as like in the second one. In the one Lexi was playing, there was plenty of health drops.
Now it gets hard. Now I'm fucked.
Now it's wolfing hour. Oh,
yeah. When the wolves come out and the ghosts come to play, you get chased down pretty fast.
Look, these fuckers punch the enemies towards you. It's
you got a lot of speed though. Excuse me, I was belching.
Can you do anything to heal yourself?
I need to find like these things, these torches. Sometimes there's health in them, but
yeah.
Fuck.
Chris needs more luck so we can get more drops.
Yeah, you can get a luck upgrade. You can get all sorts of crap.
Chris is like getting pretty boned. You haven't got a lot of armor though.
Yeah, I need that.
The game hasn't really given you much.
I'm like halfway.
But yeah, I mean, like when you're talking about games, right? Like this is all like when it comes to making like fun games that can just keep your attention for a while, it really doesn't take much. It just, you need this like sense of progression and like satisfaction with like overwhelming odds.
Good upgrades that like make you feel good
Yeah,
instantly.
make you feel strong but not overpowerful. Like you still feel like there's room for improvement. And I know that sounds like a lot to do in a game, and it probably is, but it's like, that's like the ideal. If you want to talk about the science of making games fun, like phone games nowadays, like,
oh my god,
there's like, they know the science to making games fun. But like, they also don't.
Dude!
Oh, Jesus.
I got fucking
you turned into a smear.
Oh, frick.
Lyle, you should try it, and you should see how it feels.
All right,
You should play it.
Did you name this one?
No.
Her name was Pasqualina?
Yeah.
They've all got
You
silly
should
names.
be able to name them.
Look,
Imelda.
that priest is called Clarice.
So this auto attacks, and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you just walk around and then you just aim, and then it does it for you. Your movement is slightly faster because we've invested a little bit into it.
A little bit.
We need a little bit more.
You can permanently upgrade your character, which is cool.
Don't get pentagram.
Oh yeah, pentagram sucks. Don't get that.
You want that late game. You don't want it early, or else you'll fuck your run, because it erases everything, including your experience.
Your money.
Oh. That fucking scares me.
Yeah, it sucks really bad.
What is it, the IRS?
I'm getting really sick of the flack people give the IRS.
They're trying their IR best.
I'm getting real sick of it.
The IRS.
Corey,
I haven't had to deal with them in a long time.
Well, that's probably
since
not
you're big on
good.
it.
No, it's because I go to H&R. You want to hear something interesting? This probably sounds like, you know, living life 101, but I actually started to build my credit for the first time. I had credit before when I was young, but I ended up screwing myself and becoming a delinquent as far as like credit scores go, and I fucked myself, and that stuff doesn't go away for years. But recently I got a credit card, and I was too afraid to use credit and like build credit, but then I needed a new bed because my back was like fucked up, and so I was like, all right, we need a new bed. It's way too expensive. I'm just gonna use a credit card and buy it. And what credit essentially is it's like, it just goes into a big money pile. I thought I would have to worry about a lot of stuff, but it basically goes into, you only have a certain amount of limited money. It goes into
I mean, as long as you can pay it off,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
fine.
But it's like, you don't have to pay it all off. You just have like, they give you a certain percentage to pay off. They're like, pay off like $25 a month, and then you just pay it off $25 a month. But I usually pay off like $100 a month.
Mm.
And when you do that and you don't pay it all off, you build credit really fast.
Yes, that's one thing that I learned about credit. I don't know if this is the fucking forum for this, but
no, it is.
One of the things I learned about credit, because I had like kind of garbage credit, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was using my card and just paying it all off.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And then like I kind of got into some financial trouble and like let my credit kind of get shit, and it accrued some fees.
Yes.
And then I started paying that off, and then my credit went like way through the roof. So
really?
it was like,
yeah.
It was like, I was like, are you shitting me? Like, the time I fucked up is what built my credit.
Exactly.
And that's how I learned it was all bullshit.
It is all bullshit.
It is all bullshit. You know why? Because I didn't have credit for like 10 years, and then 1 year I had perfect credit. I don't understand. I don't even know what happened.
I don't really get credit. It has to do something like it's better to have worse credit, because in the future you can get better credit, because it's like it's like you're in the system.
This is great financial advice.
I don't know how to explain it. I was a delinquent because I didn't pay off
Guys, just make sure to fuck up early, and then
fuck
it'll
up
be
early.
good.
Get delinquency so you fuck your credit up so you can't find any place to live.
Well,
you
you
can
got a
just
treasure.
be a squatter, and then you can build your credit better and faster. And that's how you hack the
Corey,
system.
no one's gonna take financial advice from you, Corey.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm a financially sure.
You should start like a self-help book, like, for sure.
For sure.
But I think right now,
listen, this is like credit for dummies. Like, I'm not telling you like what you should do.
I'm just saying
I'm just telling you the rules.
You need to work out. You need to get buff, and then you need to start having controversial opinions on Twitter, and then that's when you start like espousing these opinions.
I can't do that.
And then someone will pay you like $600 a month for it.
It's not worth it.
Well,
Look at them go.
Because like no one would believe me.
they would if you were
I
buff.
believe you, Corey.
No.
You know what I
they
love
wouldn't
about
believe
this
me.
game?
Oh, maybe they would. People love buff people with nice cars. Yeah.
I love how much shit is on screen, but I don't think that they wouldn't be able to do this with 2 players with so much shit on screen, right?
No, this could not be done with 2 players.
That's really sad because this would be so fun with 2 people.
It would be really fun.
I think you
with 2
guys
players.
are thinking pretty small. I think you could easily do this with 2
No, I don't think you can because
what's
screen
one
movement.
more thing on screen?
Get the crossbow.
well then the game has to keep track of both things through
Or get the
internet
cross.
on both people's screens.
I guess.
It's a lot of shit going on.
I
mean, they do Left 4 Dead and shit. That's a lot of guys.
But there's a lot of like trickery going on. Like a lot of the things like the ragdolling like props and shit aren't really happening for both people.
Can I talk about credit again?
Like
No.
the same anyway.
No.
Corey, shut up about credit.
But I just want to say, I want to give a story.
Is it
So,
funny?
It's not really funny. It's just like
It's just
a
credit.
it's just a life
Corey,
experience.
half of the people have left
Okay,
because
well-
of you, dude.
Well, there's still half people left, so you know we still have half the audience.
And they're all like fucking like accountants. And they're like, this is
yeah,
interesting.
the ones who are staying are the ones who are interested in my credit stories.
Lala, has your brain gotten addicted yet? Come
little
on.
bit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, see?